Hey everybody, welcome to the Michael Moore Show. For tonight's guest, we have Charles Bukowski. Hey Charles, how are you doing today?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm good. So recently, you have just made a poem called Betting on the Moose. How do you feel about it?
I feel good about it. I think it is going to become successful because many people can relate to it.
Okay, let's take a look at your poem.
Jimmy Fox died an alcoholic in a Skid Row hotel room. Bojack ended up shining shoes just where he began. There are dozens, hundreds more, maybe thousands more. Being an athlete grown old is one of the cruelest of fates. To be replaced by others, to no longer hear the cheers of the plaudits, to no longer be recognized. Just to be an old man, like other old men.
To almost not believe it yourself. To chuck the scrapbook with the yellowing pages. There you are, smiling. There you are, victorious. There you are, young. The crowd has other heroes. The crowd never dies, never grows old, but the crowd often forgets.
The telephone doesn't ring, the young girls are gone, the party is over.
This is why I chose to be a writer. If you're worth just half a dime, you can keep your hustle going until the last minute of the last day. You can keep getting better instead of worse. You can still keep hitting them over the wall.
So Charles, what is your poem about?
Well, it's about how the speaker chose to become a writer over pursuing his dreams of becoming an athlete.
What is each stanza about?
The first stanza is about how the writer talks about athletes growing old and how they are forgotten. In the next stanza, it goes about how aging athletes reflect on their past. Stanza 3 is about the significance of the crowd. Thereafter, in the next stanza, he talks about how some athletes become depressed, not being in the spotlight anymore. Lastly, stanza 5 is about why the speaker chose to become a writer.
I noticed he used imagery, repetition, foreshadowing, and hyperbole. What made you choose these specific figures of speech?
I believe imagery is essential in poems in order to show how the writer is feeling. Foreshadowing is important to this poem to show how the speaker chooses his path of becoming a writer. Repetition is used to show how the crowd is important to athletes, and the hyperbole is to exaggerate the advantage of being a writer over an athlete to assist you to continue your passion for the rest of your life.
What about the attitude of the poem?
It changes from a sorrow and melancholy tone, which looks back at his past, to an inspiring and joyful tone.
Where is the shift in the poem?
The shift takes place in stanza 5, where the speaker talks about choosing his path of becoming a writer.
What can you say about this whole poem in general, and what message would you give to your readers?
I believe that everyone in life at a certain point must make a decision about what path they want to pursue. When making this decision, you must make it wisely and thoughtfully, or one could end up being depressed later on in life.
If you were to take 3 lines from the poem to summarize the theme, what would they be?
Being an athlete grown old is one of the cruelest of fates.
Okay, well thank you Charles Bukowski, and good luck with your poem.
Thanks, Michael Moore, and you have a good one, mate.
Well, that was Charles Bukowski for you. Have a good night everybody, and check us out on YouTube!